You can hear me? So you can hear me now? Can you hear me now? Let's just try. Hey. There we go, that's a bit better. For some reason, when I mute this, it doesn't unmute. I don't know if it's a bug within the device, the microphone, or what. Anyway, we are back with more Tyranny. Oh man. Fingers crossed, this will be the conclusion of the Tyranny saga. Our journey with Big Boy through what only can be explained as complete carnage. We'll carry it on, see what happens, and hopefully I'll get it done. This might be a slightly longer stream than normal. I was hoping to go a little bit earlier, but I didn't. Yeah, so we'll crack on and see what happens. Last time we ended up having to go to war with both of the main factions. We defeated them. We came back, and I believe, and at this now I believe we've got to go back to Mr. Assassin guy, whatever his name is. Raven Nash? That rings a bell. No. Wait, in front of me. Raven Nash? No. Bleed and Mark, that's the guy. We got to go back to him. Let's go to the main. Raven is. Oh, there we go. So yeah. So we been told to go to stand judgment. We were told by Bleed and Mark not to. Declare war. The winner takes all, which we have done. So in theory, we now own the steps, I think. So we now have to go. The Archon of War and Secrets are no more. Return to Bleed and Mark. That's what we're going to be doing, and seeing what happens. I've heard from quite a few people. I've basically just derailed the story into complete anarchy, and I believe it or not, this is called the Anarchist playthrough. Completely by accident. It's a storyline apparently not a lot of people see, but somehow we managed it. So yeah, our big-headed friends. Let's give them a rest. It looks like Big Boy needs a bit of a kip. So yeah, we're gonna crack on, see what happens, and see this thing to the end. So Ashworld, here we go. I believe we finished the last time with a bit of upgrading, a bit of messing around, so we should be good for the fight. I'm assuming there's going to be a hell of a fight. We declare an edict, like, on the Bastard City? That might be a way of doing it. Artifacts, cool. Don't really care. Alright, let's have a wander. When we come. Here he is. Obviously, as before, let me know about levels. Shadow steps towards you. The edges take form and substance, a familiar arrival. But rather than greeting you, the Archon slowly circles around, examining you with a discerning eye. Finally, he nods and stops before you, offering one of his signature blades.
Think you've earned me as your blade? I can see that you've defeated the Archons of War and Secrets. No easy feat. But are you ready to stand against the Adjudicator, the Overlord?
Do we take the dagger? Refuse the dagger? Damn right it was no easy feat. You never do make secret easy. Look, I won't be offering my friendship, so he's offering his friendship. And I certainly wouldn't be offering to kill for you if I didn't think you were my best chance against Kairos. You've killed but not one, but two Archons. That's not promising. I don't know what is. We can attack him. We can attack him. Oh my god. And he's just bow down. Let's take the dagger. With a soft hiss, wispy tendrils fall from the curved blade. They bite at you, swiftly slicing a sharp mark as the dagger dissolves into the palm of your hand.
You know what we need to do next.
He bows, dark arms sweeping wide like the shadows around him. His voice fades with semblance as he seeps once more into
You'll
nothingness.
next see me with the adjudicator. Be ready to wield your blade.
Oh. Gain loyalty. Okay. The final hunt. Saucy. Oh, we don't get anything. Okay. I think we get some insane power. What's that? Oh yeah, I accidentally cast an edict on this whole place, didn't I? It's like perpetual night killed off all plants. Oops. I didn't mean to. It kind of just happened, honestly. So what's the quest saying? Here we go. Final judgment. I feel like that's a save game point. Let me just died. Okay, let's go. I don't really know what else we can do. We might be able to level up something. Oh wait, we have a little story here. Cousin Shadow watches you, unblinking, black pupils dilating wide across her crimson eyes.
Alpha smells good. Makes Beast Woman want to hunt. Kill. Alpha to kills in shadow, slayed disfavored, called Craven Ash. Was best death. But Beast Woman would have liked to rend muscle from bone, rip torn skin, mauled and mangled more. Not much, just some more.
Okay, it's always like have an issue with these. Let's just gonna try that again. Okay, that isn't coming through anywhere, is it? That's annoying. Okay. Let's give all these a refresh. Try one more time. Nom, 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 nom. Whoa! Well, that happened. There we go. I think we're working now. Sweet. Just needed a kick up the ass. Sweet. Seems to be a weird delay in it. Might be some load on their side. Okay, cool.
Wanted to lap last drips of blood, swallow final cries of dying whimper. Wanted to watch die, more than 5 times over. Fate Binder wants Beast Woman?
What?
Beast Woman gets to play fight with Alpha?
Headbutt. Cool. Just wanted to fight. I think she wanted a bit more. I'm sorry, Duck, but not my cup of tea. Go. 2 nons caught. Let's do this. The walk is on. Warrior's Day. Healer's Day. That's quite cool. Quite a cool little thing. My glass is wet. Spilling water everywhere. No. Oh. Hello. I'm not seeing him with his big head. He looks scary. Okay, let's See what he wants. This isn't going to go well, is it? No more proceedings will be held for the nobles today. The court is closed. This is an outrage!
Fatebinder, thank you for answering.
I'm gonna turn. Yeah, just looks like it's a little quiet to you guys. Just give that a tick. Thank you for answering my summonings. Took a little bit, but you know, I was busy. Say nothing.
Your lack of propriety has been noted, Fatebinder. I first want to make it clear why we've assembled today. After the collapse of Vendrian's Well and the start of the Civil War, it became clear to me that there must have been some great fault on the part of the Archons. We come together to root out the source of our troubles and determine which of the Archons has sowed more chaos during the war.
I can't point to. I can point to the culprit and spare us a discussion. He wants coming for me. This is the scum who brought down the voices. I hope your intention is to arm yourself before a court of peaceful legal representatives, Commander, unless to offer amusement as Bleeding Mark flays you to our delight. He squints at Calico, turns slowly his weapon to the sheath. Tuna turns to aim what you can only assume is a stern look. He refocuses back to you.
Much has happened since I dispatched you on that mission.
Yeah, I mean, they fought me. I don't think it's my fault.
Raven Ash and the Voices of Narat, the appointed generals of this war, are both dead. You were instructed with bringing justice to the unlawful, but you have clearly taken the law into your own hands.
Yeah, only a little bit. Only a little bit. Ash was unstable. The disfavored were weak. Voices were a madman. I didn't have a choice. I acted on the Overlord's admiration that only one Archon would rule the tiers. Glare silently. Do not attempt to lay responsibility for your treason at the Overlord's feet. One does not establish rule through turning coat and committing murder. They attacked me!
And you would be that self-appointed ruler. This court wonders what blood sacrifices your ambition will demand of you next.
I mean, I feel that I've just been doing my own thing, and then people come along and just
The
force
court
me to
has a
fight.
serious problem to address. Your conduct throughout this campaign has come into question, and you will answer for your actions.
You have made quite a name for yourself, Fatebinder. Stories of your deeds have spread through the tiers, and all of them have reached this court. Some actions have consequences. We will see what your actions have wrought.
The chaos you've sown everywhere is unacceptable. You cast yourself so far outside the established order, I cannot begin to catalog your misdeeds. For this, you have been deemed guilty and must be executed.
Oh, lads, have a
The
trial.
outcome is a foregone conclusion, Fatebinder. Your actions cannot be allowed to stand.
I wish to defend
Very
myself.
well. You are on trial for transgressing on the Overlord's authority, breaking the laws of the Empire, bringing mayhem to an otherwise orderly conquest,
Orderly?
and meddling in concerns that fell beyond your station. Our directive to bring Kairos's peace to the tiers has suffered, and you will answer for the part you played.
They may, like, I feel I have just been going around, you know, doing random stuff, and people just keep trying to fight me. If you don't mind, Adjudicator, we're on familiar terms with the Fatebinder here. Should any inconsistencies require our input, we'll add our voices.
The court has inquiries into your conduct. I first call your travel companions to speak on your behalf as witnesses to your character or accomplices to your crimes.
No, don't make them turn against
Who
me.
will speak on behalf of the Fatebinder? The Ironclad Commander will step forward. If indeed he has the strength to walk.
Barak does not show any sign of walking.
Will anyone else speak on the Fatebinder's behalf? Let the aged chronicler step forward.
If it may please the court, I will speak true. I have had the honor and privilege of shadowing the Archon. A dream come true for someone so eager to witness history in the unfolding. I can say, with conviction, I am following greatness.
And if required, I could reduce my travel log. Back my claims. I have noticed the good and the bad. I think you'll find the Archon has been a force of order and balance, exactly what you would want.
Will anyone else speak on the Fatebinder's behalf? Let the Beast Woman come forward and offer testimony. I would hear her speak.
Archon barks orders at Beast Woman. Thinks kills in shadow will obey. Beast Woman follows only toughest, most vicious Alpha. Alpha to kills in shadow has slain and slaughtered ruthlessly, leaving trail of price
this isn't helping.
Roll of tears lands. His best fighter can make even ironclads flee, yelping in fear. Will not find better predator elsewhere.
I don't think that's a helpful one.
Will anyone else speak on the Fatebinder's behalf?
Evidently not. It is time to offer my testimony. You were tasked with bringing order to the tiers, and yet you ignored the directive from the Archons. Do you hold yourself? Do you hold the conquest in itself in contempt, or did none of the ruling factions convince you of their worth? Who's? Sorry. The Archon's pretty competent. They didn't serve my help. Supporting the Archon who already proved themselves lacking. Been a waste of progress. I recognize the better way to find the tiers. One second. Apologies. Get back to normal scheduling soon. Okay. The Archons did themselves. Lacking would have been a waste of progress. Yeah. You were tasked with solving the problems of the siege, dear colleague of mine, not taking control. L. It's under my protection, yet you stole H-Ben Helm that the arcane protection forged about 6 years laid before the Bane is an offering. Why did you steal the Bane? Hit to protect my head from heavy blows. I took the helm for the defense it offered. I couldn't allow the Bane to impede my efforts. I did not realize the investment in Thanktor. The helmet's important to your plans. I mean, yeah, I didn't realize that. Ignorance will not spare justice. The Archon of War has leveled significant accusation against you. He charges that you murdered his daughter. The media took up arms. She abandoned the Overlord. I didn't kill her. Did I? I think I didn't have a choice. Am I to answer for everyone? You entered the Old Wars, a clear violation. Circumstance, not honor, not. May bear further investigation, but the time has passed. I'm willing to believe that your action tears took you to these. You saw no other option. City at Halfgate, you killed and garrisoned chorus men who laid claim to it. Crewing crew were weak. They attacked me. I think this is where everything went wrong. They attacked me. Ever since you arrived at the Tears, you've been suddenly light-lipped. Your speech is often sealed by can you even say nothing? I don't know. I expected any different. Yes.
I have one final question, Fatebinder. You were brought to this campaign to adjudicate the disagreements between the two armies. After your arrival, matters quickly escalated into a civil war. Did you knowingly join the conquest of the Tears to sow discord in your wake, or were you merely a victim of circumstance?
I recognized the Archon's corruption from the start. It was only a matter of time before they turned to each other. I joined the conquest for glory. You're not secretly weeping over a failed campaign. You credit me with starting civil court. I'm flattered. I'm flattered. I recognize the corruption.
If you anticipated a failure on this scale, you should have informed me, or else worked to avoid it rather than pit combatants against each other.
Truly, the wisdom of the court knows no bounds.
I am finished with my line of questioning.
Closing
Have
remarks.
you any closing remarks for the court?
Though I have strived to bring peace, the years have shown me that war and conflict can change the shape of the Tears. I am a hammer. Ferocious piece of lies, although known as Dominion, because we're ignorant to the alternative. A better overlord stands before you. Ooh. I just want to say I don't recognise this court's authority. Oh, what should I do? What should I do? Hammer. Strive to bring peace. I recognise your work's an uphill battle. Peace is a lie. Don't recognise. I want that.
An insulting and singularly useless remark. After weighing the charges, this court finds you guilty of all charges. It is this court's opinion that you are a seditious mastermind, a scheming derelict, and a traitor bent on sowing the destruction of the Northern Empire. The sentence is death.
A mastermind and a schemer. There are two things I would not put with Big Boy, or even myself. Oh dear. We will see about that.
Hubris in the face of annihilation. My court and the world at large are better rid of you, wretched thing. Blood and Mark, execute him.
Now what's gonna happen? Shadows pool and merge briskly together, long wisps like blaze below. Snaps as Mini-Mock emerging from collation darkness. Against the expectations of the room, his deadly focus falls not on you, but to Tunon.
Forgive me, Adjudicator, but this dagger now cuts for another Archon. I'm going to slice you from throat to thigh and bleed your insides out, but I'll make it quick.
Carve quick, deep, to make prey scream. Beast woman will help human who is shadow hunter, who is like tribe.
Bobs up and down in excitement. I mean, if we don't talk, this is going to be crazy. The Archon's justice floats in utter repose, iron grey, solid, unmoving in the face of the attack. Mirrored shadows double and converge on the Archon, darting, slicing, and skewering. As deadly are they immaterial, but the Adjudicator makes no move. He snatches one by the throat and lifts it. The shadow immediately begins to seep and dissolve into nothingness, slipping with a hiss through black gloved fingers. Before it can escape, the Adjudicator slams his haft of his gavel on the ground, rocking the court with a staggering shockwave of raw power. A blinding white light flares at the head of the gavel, and the whispering thrashing shadow in Tunon script slash harshly, very solid form of brooding mark.
A cur, believing he has severed his leash, would bite at his own master's hand. I see I must bring you to heel, yet again.
I removed the binding of shadows. You have no hold on me. Adjudicator, who taught you?
Did you think the Overlord favored you because she spared you once? Did you believe that she would one day allow you to defeat me? That she would entrust you to me with no sound means for discipline?
Sorry, kid. Can't help you after all. Don't worry. Won't die.
Begone, and reflect upon the consequence of your choices, Archon of Shadows. Suffer in a state of endless illumination until I deem you have corrected your misbehavior.
Nope.
Begone, Archon of Shadows. You bring disgrace to your very station.
Oh.
To find such impertinence in my very court, all will be punished in due time. You, Fatebinder, will be the first.
After all of that, he was useless. They just watching?
Humans did not see Beast Woman's miss. Nope, nope.
This is useless. I should try something else. Right.
Alright, what's he got? Better to hit him with things. Okay.
On it.
Makes Beast Woman's blood run hot.
Ah, run!
On it.
Damn my eyes!
Oh my god!
Beast Woman's tongue.
Heal, please.
Consider it done. Let me take care of them.
Will do. This is useless. I should try something else.
Humans did not see Beast Woman's miss.
Try more attacks. Okay, we're hurting him. A good start.
I call upon the stone to consume.
Run! 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 Attack!
Will do.
What else can I do? What else can I do? I can do
I got
this. That one, sure. Just keep doing things. Keep doing things.
Can't do that.
Can you do? Can you do that?
Stone to consume you.
Someone put me out!
Run, 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 run. Before it happens again. Before it happens again.
I got it.
Return, return, return. That's spurting blood. Do that, Webber.
Slight missed.
Right. Will do.
For the advance.
Stop dodging strike from rending claws.
Okay, this isn't that hard. We're doing okay. We're doing all right. Don't want to use too much.
Face
I
my
have
iron.
final judgment. Run, run.
Right. On my command.
As you command.
I think we got him.
You have learned much in your few years, Archon. Striking down our kind is more than the swinging of a blade or pounding of a mallet. There are Kairos' laws, and the laws that govern our natural order. I fear they often diverge. I have broken the laws of nature for too long. Life should end in its course, And this is my time at last. Kairos is coming. An army swifter and more dangerous than disfavored and Scarlet Corps combined makes for the Tears, propelled by the Overlord's will. Your efforts here are wasted. You cannot halt this advance. Perhaps I underestimated you. You wield the talents of the Overlord. Better that you use them to end your life, because Kairos will dismantle everything you attempt to build. Good luck.
The adjudicator has fallen. Never thought the paragon of Kairos' justice will see himself judged. Blessed. You told me this morning we're going to slay the oldest living Archon. I'd have thought you mad. Archon was not so tough. Wasn't really. Oh, it broke. New quest. Armies to the morn. Issue an edict to repel the armies. Okay. These guys gone? Yeah. Oh, I want his staff. Give me his staff. And his face. Yeah, give me all of his things. The face of judgment. I want that. Judge an enemy, freezing them in a block of ice. Okay, I think I want that more than that.
I'll just hold on to this.
Who do I want to give the mask? It's going to have to be him. And his staff as well. Rule of Law. Okay, gonna pop that. 16. Oh my god, that's so much more powerful. Yeah.
Right.
I look well spooky with that mask. Okay, we need to go to the mountain spire. That was really not that bad. Edict time. Going to war against the head, like, head of it all. Let's have a quick rest. Have a quick save. So, how did... I mean, I know I survived, but... What happened to Bleeding Mark? He did nothing. Did absolutely nothing.
On it.
Edict. Turn to your companions. This probably declaration of war. Any requests? Do it anyway. Test it. A formulate to Kairos and send news of your successful conquest. Ooh, so we can still try and bring it back. Any requests?
How could you ask such a thing? I can't possibly make such a far-reaching decision. I'm sorry you have more options than you have convictions.
Alpha should bite at foes with fire and blood, venom and darkness. Want to watch flailing, fleeing humans lit as fires and shadow.
Barrick's still not saying anything.
Beast Woman and Alpha to kills in shadow have slaughtered many tough challengers in fight for survival. Have hunted Archons and ravaged whole armies.
This will be...
Kairos was in Tears lands. Shadowhunter would tear out human Prima's throat. Consume...
Here we go. Northern Empire. Fire? So, fire. Misfortune and bad luck. Permanent darkness. Stone. I think bad luck. I like the idea of bad luck. It's like everyone's stubbing their toes, going, ow! Oh, my toes! Oop. For everyone will stub their toes.
The Tears have been conquered, unified at last under a single banner. Your edict brings devastation and ruin to the Northern Empire. Some believe the edict to be Kairos' work. Others hope, or fear, that this edict comes from a new voice. Kairos' forces withdraw from their march upon the Tears, as they are sent into disarray by
Everybody
your
stubbing
edict.
toes.
With none left in the Tears to challenge your claim, you fortify your grasp on the war-torn realm. The Overlord's conquest of the known world has come to a halt, and the whisper of a challenger to Kairos' power slowly spreads throughout the land.
By casting the Edict of Medication on the northern capital, you consign the Overlord City to an invisible plague of misfortune and calamity. The foundations of once proud buildings fracture under unseen pressure. Whole districts empty as city infrastructure crumbles. Labourers brought in to repair damage find their work undone hours or even minutes later. Citizens leave the city a ghost town and whisper among themselves how Kairos could allow such a curse to infect their homeland. As chaos ensued in the northern kingdom, the armies marching on the Tears received an unprecedented order. The armies were to fall back to the capital and ensure the safety of its people from the edict. The first time in Kairos' great conquest, the armies retreated. Soon questions would be asked in a hushed breath across the lands about what new, terrible power had emerged that could force the hand of the Overlord. You fulfilled Kairos' decree, and all the Tears is now ruled by a single Archon. Your former rivals had either submitted to you or perished, bringing the civil war to a close. Neither of the Archons charged with conquering the Tears impressed you enough to follow your lead. You ultimately defied your orders, seeing a better way to gain control, eliminating every Archon who dared stand in your way. It makes it sound like I'm really calculated, where as we know, this is not the case. I accidentally defiled everything. Eliminated every Archon who dared stand in your way. You carved your own seat of power in the Tears, keeping yourself independent from the Northern Empire. In their pride, the Disavored never imagined themselves beaten. Especially with their opponents appeared to be so disorganized that the last remnants of the Legion disperse, their general destroyed, their honor broken beyond mending. The scorn that follows their humbled ranks haunts them even in the depths of obscurity. The Scarlet Chorus may have been mighty in numbers, but that didn't stop you from thoroughly scattering them, cutting off the Serpent's head and sending each of the gangs howling back to the chaos they sowed. How the remnants of the Horde occupied themselves without war, the fight becomes a topic of nightmare. Word of your success spreads beyond the Tears as well. Even the most distant corners of the Empire whisper of the Fatebinder who rose to become an Archon, and the Archon whose intervention shattered the conquest, making a way for a new future, a devastated nation. Without the authority of Kairos' Archons to enforce the Overlord's vision on the world, the fall of the conquest becomes a great revolution. Warring factions struggle for dominance, and infighting is in fact a day of life. Every group insists the situation is an opportunity for the Tears to rebuild as they see fit. With the Edict of Stone dispelled, the earth settles around the Stone Sea, ushering a new age of verdant growth and prosperity. The country may never resemble the glorious realm of Azure, but with new life, many things become possible. The memory of Cairn as a great force of destruction remains as the monument of inert rock Most agree that the world is better off without the Archon of Stone, and people of the Azure began to slowly reclaim the land that was once torn asunder by his power. With the Edict of Stone dispelled, you ensure humans will once again populate the former realm of Azure. The Stonestalker tribe is gradually pushed out of their new territory, and those who don't resist are enslaved. To put work rebuilding new human settlement. The death of Radix is a huge blow to the disfavored. Without the support of the Mages Guild, the Legion finds itself outclassed and for the first time suffers on the battlefield. Soon after the death of the Archon, the garrison deserted with the crumbling fortress of Sentinel Stand. With the Unbroken all but destroyed, the former citizens of the Stalwarts slide into lawlessness and begin to fight over what little they can salvage. You put Amelia, daughter of Graven Ash, to the sword. I believe I didn't. I thought someone else killed her. I'm really confused. In doing so, you left the child's fate to the hands of unknown forces. Hi, Yi. Thanks for the lurk. Hope you're doing alright, buddy. Someone house laundry. That's totally fair. I expected this to go longer. I think I finished it. The future that lies beyond mercy. You showed the defenseless shard. Apparently, this is the Anarchist playthrough, which is like really hard to do, and I did it by accident, so I feel quite good to myself. The Edict of Storms continues to rage across the worn-torn remains of Blade Grave, widely treated as an inhabitable wasteland of the former citizens of the Stalwart. Make for any territory that has them. They wander the tiers as refugees, their pride and dignity worn down by the same erosion that has claimed their homeland. I mean, I wanted to settle it. It's because I let the baby live. That's why. You played Censor's game and emerged victorious, retrieving the silent archive from the Velium Citadel. When asked to turn it over, you decided it was better off in your possession. Instead, you sent Censor to Cacophony as a gift for the voices of Norat. By taking the silent archive from its pedestal and disrupting the preservation spell holding Velium citizen and status, you caused the collapse of the single largest repository of knowledge in Terraris. The world may never know the true extent of the loss. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Though the sages persist in the wandering the tiers and gathering research, the loss of the Velium Citadel proves too crippling a defeat. The scribes and mages seek opportunity away from their old home, a new refuge, where they can start again. This time making sure that their knowledge doesn't fall into the wrong hands. By withholding the Magebane helm from Leviathan's Crossing, you sabotaged the city's protection against the Bane, haunting its borders from the Old Walls. Sensing the vulnerability, an unstoppable wave of Bane invade Leviathan's Crossing, wreaking havoc. Surely I can just go and deal with this thing. Like, I'm done now. Just be like, okay, yeah, I'm your king. Just bear with me a sec. I'm gonna go fix it. The few ragged survivors abandoning the city to the Scourges, never to return. You allowed the Forge-bound master to live, as her life held no bearing on your greater schemes. With Ash dead and disfavored floundering, Forge-bound also failed, having lost their main source of work. Eventually, their numbers dwindle into a handful of skilled forge workers, only to take commissions from the very wealthy. By enacting an edict on Valengian's well, you announced your power to the world and showed Kairos' forces you are capable of. When you defeated their leader, scattered the army before you, it sent a message to Kairos. A new Archon is born. While the edict dissipated, its effects will always be felt as the true threat to Kairos' rule. The death of Graven Ash means the end of the disfavored. Without comfort and support of the great general, what remains of the Legion sinks to hopelessness. The Archon, it's definitely hitting points of stuff I did, but there's definitely some repeats due to the just madness that I did. It was all accidental. The Archon seat is left. Imagine that. It's like, oh, am I king now? Like Bran, innit? Who told the greatest story? Wait, what? Me? The Archon seat is left vacant. Whether or not it can be occupied again is a heated topic. Far from his place of final rest, the Northern Empire mourns his fallen son. Killing the voices of Norat spreads joy of bloody vengeance across the continent. Celebrated as the death of history's greatest parasite, the occasion is marked by all who suffered under the oppression of the Scarlet Chorus. Even in victory, one thought nags you. Though you witnessed his death, You can't help but wonder if the voices of Narat. Wonder if the voice of Narat is done with you. With the death of Tunon the Adjudicator, the Bastard City threatens to slide back into its law. The Bastard City threatens to slide back into its lawless ways. Keeping the peace and imposing a new definition of order commands all of your focus. You learn to delegate the responsibilities to a new court of Fatebinders. You lighten. Oh. You learn to delegate the responsibilities to a new court of Fatebinders who lighten the burden and make the Archon's absence a marginal setback. The fealty of the killer Bleeding Mark leaves you constantly glancing over your shoulder. You gain a measure of control by retaining his skills as a headsman, keeping him busy with assignments that take him far from your seat of power. As the spans pass, you can rely to his knack of rooting out agents for your enemies, and sleep easy under his watchful protection. The death of Graven Ash left Barrick a shadow of his former self. He follows you for a time as much as habit as reflex. Oh. I liked Barrick. All agree that there is nothing of him left under the iron shell. He departs your company without a word, assuming a position at the crossroads, where he allows himself to rust solid as any statue. Wow. Dude, I liked him. Nostalgic for her days in the Scarlet Chorus, Verse leaves your company with the courtesy farewell. She wanders the tiers in search for mercenary bands that can make use of her skills. Finding even the most hardened killers amateurish, Verse cuts her ties with society and hires herself as a lone assassin. Though she travels beyond all notice, you recognise her signature work in some of the more high-profile slayings across the tiers and the Northern Empire. Landry shifts focus from writing about your accomplishments and spends more time with your spires, contemplating their mystery and unravelling their secrets. The research he uncovers about your stronghold proves invaluable. Some days you feel as if there are a few secrets the old librarian has not already learned. With quiet satisfaction, Landry persists in working, his wandering days behind him. Disillusioned by your leadership, Ebb sends off alone to create a devastated school of tidecasters. The work takes hard toll on it as Ebb struggles to explain her talents to one restless apprentice after another. Finally, she gives up in a fit of frustration, snapping her staff over the knee and making for the waterways of her people. To the best of your knowledge, she resides there still, avoided by the locals as a dangerous recluse. Kills in Shadow sounds little interest in cleaning up the tiers after your victory. Instead, she takes it upon herself to hunt down every disfavoured soldier in the country. You hear frequent word of maulings and disappearances amongst Kyrus' ranks, perpetuated by a beast of legendary ferocity. Though you could no doubt track down your wayward companion, you let her continue the bloody work out of equal parts respect and fear. Siren, the Archon of Song, never lent her voice to your cause. Oh right, I could have. After spending time in Lethan's crossing, gathering followers, stories reach your ears occasionally by telling a young woman with a hypnotic voice, and you wonder what marvels you could have accomplished with her in your charge. I didn't realise that was a thing. By abandoning your decorated career in Kyrus' military, you gave the tiers room to define the path ahead. The future will not be mapped by foreign details. Let's give me a sec. Mr. Yi has joined the Discord. I'm going to give him a bit of privilege. If Discord wants to load. I'm on Discord. Where is he? Him. Oh. Right. Here we go. Here we go. That one. That one. There we go. Without allies, the winds are especially cold atop your spire. Why do I not have friends anymore? You await Kairos' inevitable advance, brooding over the decisions that led you to this point. Though the tears are a friendless place, they indisputably your new home. Now what? There we go. Oh, man. Oh, just as you can't, if I... There's the speed up button, like, behind me. There you go. Wait. There we go. That was a lot quicker than I expected. That last fight was surprisingly easy. So I can load just before I cast it. So what happens when you go new game? Okay. Well. That didn't last very long, did it? What should I do now? So, yeah, I mean, my next plan was to do Ori. I could start that. Do an hour or so with that. Might be a good shout. It was going to be my plan. You know what? I'm going to do that. I'm going to reset the stream, just as weird as that is, just because of the way it uploads to YouTube. I'm going to give the stream a quick kick. So I'm going to close. Give me 5 minutes. I'll make sure Ori is downloaded. That's that. And we'll start the next game. I genuinely thought this would take a long time. I just de-raveled everything. Oops. I did a boo-boo, and oh my god. That is a red background. Let's change that. There we go. That's something less offensive. Xbox. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna give the stream a reset, just because it makes it easier for things. So give me 5 minutes. I'm gonna nip to the toilet, and we'll start Ori. Like, why not? Why wait till next week? Why wait till 5? Why not? Yeah, give me 5 minutes, and I will come back. You might have to give the things a refresh. If anyone's looking at you, Yi. Yeah. So thanks for joining me on the journey of tyranny, the madness that was. I'm excited to play it again because I heard it's got multiple storylines. So if you watch this one, it's not going to ruin, because as you can see at the end, every decision changes. So yeah, I'm going to need a new game. For now, we're going to do Ori. And we'll go from there. Why not? Cool. Give me 5 minutes, and I'll be right back. Really? Why did I do? Right. Catch you in 5 minutes. Bye bye. Doing crew a week. They attacked me. I think this is where everything went wrong. They attacked me. Ever since you arrived at the Tears, you've been suddenly light-lipped. Your speech is often sealed by Can you even say nothing? I don't know. I expected any different. Yes. Doing crew